Mommy!
Shut up.
Can't anybody get any sleep around here? Mama! Mommy!
I said shut your trap, Molly.
Aw, stop shoving the poor kid. She ain't doing nothing to you.
She's keeping me awake, ain't she?
No, you're keeping us awake.
You want to make something out of it.
How about I make a pancake out of you?
Oh my goodness. They're fighting and I won't get no sleep all night. Oh my goodness.
Pipe down, all of yous. Go back to sleep.
It's all right, Molly. Annie's here. It was my mom, Annie. We was riding on the ferry boat. She was holding me up to see all the big ships. But then I couldn't find her no more.
Hello? It was only a dream, honey. You gotta go back to sleep. It's after 3 o'clock.
Annie, read me your note again.
Again?
Please.
Sure, Molly.
Here it comes again.
Please take good care of our little darling. Her name is Annie. She was born on October 28th. We'll be back to get her soon.
We have left half a silver locket around her neck and kept the other half, so that when we come back for her, you'll know that she's our baby.
Oh my goodness.
You're laughing. All right. Do you want to sleep with your teeth inside of your mouth or out?
Gee, I dream about having a mother and father again. But you're lucky. You really got them.
I know. Somewhere. Maybe far away, or maybe real nearby. He may be pouring her coffee. She may be straightening his tie. Maybe in a house all hidden by a hill.
She's sitting playing piano. He's sitting paying a bill.
Betcha they're young, betcha they're smart, but they collect things like ashtrays and art.
Why shouldn't they be?
Their one mistake was giving up me. So maybe now it's time, and maybe when I wake, they'll be there calling me baby, baby. Betcha he reads, betcha she sews. Maybe she's made me a closet of clothes. Maybe they're strict, as straight as a line. Don't really care as long as they're mine. So maybe now this press, the last one of its kind. Won't you please come get your baby?
Now what?
Annie, what are you doing? Running away.
Oh my goodness.
My folks are never coming for me. So I gotta go find them. Annie, you're crazy. Miss Hannigan will catch you.
And give you the paddle.
I don't care. I'm getting out of here. Okay, I'm ready. Wish me luck.
Good
luck, Annie.
So long, dumbbell. And good luck. I said, turn around. There. Now what do you say? Huh? What do you say?
I love you, Miss Hannigan.
Rotten orphan?
I'm not an orphan. My mother and father left a note saying they loved me and they were coming back for me.
That was 1922. This is 1933. All right, for this one's shenanigans, you'll all get down on your knobby little knees and clean this dump till it shines like the top of the Chrysler building.
But it's 4 o'clock in the morning.
Get to work.
Yes, Miss Hannigan.
Now! Why any kid would want to be an orphan? I'll never know.
It's a hard knock life for us. It's a hard knock life for us.
Static treated,
We get tricked.
static kissed,
We get kicked. It's the hard knock life. Got no votes to speak. Oh, so it's the hard knock row. We ho.
cotton blankets,
Instead of wool.
empty bellies.
Instead of full. It's the hard knock life.
Don't it feel like the wind is always howling? Don't it seem like there's never any light? Once a day, don't you want to throw the towel in? It's easier than putting up a fight. No one's there when your dreams and they get creepy. No one cares if you grow or if you shrink. No one drives when your life get wet and weepy.
From the cry, you would think this life would sing. Oh, empty belly life. What a smelly life. Full of sorrow life. No tomorrow life.
Santa Claus we'd never see.
Santa Claus, what's that? Who's he?
No one cared for you, a snitch. When you're in an orphanage, it's the hard knock life.
You'll stay up till this dump shines like the top of the Chrysler building.
Yank a blister from her chin. Jab her with a safety pin. Make her drink my baby gin. I love you, Miss Hannigan.
Get to work. Strip those beds. I said get to work.
It's a hard knock life for us. It's a hard knock life for us. No one cares for you, a snitch. When you're in an orphanage, it's a hard knock life. It's a hard knock life. It's the hard knock life.
Good morning, children.
Good morning, Miss Hannigan.
Well,
I love you, Miss Hannigan.
I love you, Miss Hannigan.
you! What are you doing in there?
Nothing.
Get her out of there! Your days are numbered. All right, breakfast.
Hot mush? Yuck!
No, not hot mush.
Yay!
Cold mush. And after your mush, you'll go straight to your sewing machines. There's an order of dresses to be finished, even if you have to work straight through till midnight.
Yes, Miss Hannigan.
Now line up.
Laundry man.
Morning, Bundles.
Morning, kids. Clean sheets once a month, whether you need them or not. Hey, Aggie. How's the prettiest gal south of 14th Street?
Bundles, get out of here with that laundry.
So long, gorgeous. And Merry Christmas.
You call this place clean, Annie? This place is like a pigsty. Annie? Annie?
Annie ain't here.
What do you mean Annie ain't here?
She just went with Mr. Bundles in the laundry basket.
Hard knock life for Annie.
Lucky duck, she got away. But we're gonna have to pay. Gonna get a face slap.
Gonna get our knuckles wrapped.
It's a hard knock life. It's a hard knock life. It's the hard knock life.
Apples, 2 for a nickel.
Excuse me, ma'am. Would you mind donating an apple to the orphans picnic?
Why not? Nobody's buying them anyway.
Gee, thanks, miss.
Say, kid, when's the orphans' picnic?
As soon as I take a bite.
Hey, you seen any stray mutts around here?
No, ma'am.
Good, and then if you're running around Astor Place.
Hey, there's one they didn't get. They're after you, ain't they? Well, they're after me, too. Don't worry. I ain't gonna let them get you or me. Everything's gonna be fine for the both of us. Not today. Well, the sun'll come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Just thinking about tomorrow clears away the cobwebs and the sorrow. Till there's none. When I'm stuck with a day that's gray and lonely, I just stick out my chin and grin and say, oh, the sun'll come out tomorrow, so you gotta hang on till tomorrow. Come what may, tomorrow, I love you, you're always a day away.
Hey, you, little girl, come here.
Yes, officer?
That dog there, ain't he a stray?
A stray? Oh no, officer, he's my dog.
Your dog, huh? So what's his name?
His name? His name is Sandy. Right, that's it. I call him Sandy because of his nice sandy color.
Okay. Let's see him answer to his name then.
Well, you see, officer, we just got him, and sometimes...
Call him!
Good Sandy. Good old Sandy.
Next time I see that dog out, I want him on a leash with a license, or else he's going straight to the pound.
Yes, sir. I understand.
Now get with you before you catch a death in this cold weather.
Oh, I don't mind the weather. When I'm stuck with a day that's gray and lonely, I just stick out my chin and grin and say, oh, the sun will come out tomorrow, so you gotta hang on till tomorrow. Come what may, tomorrow, foo-foo, I love ya, foo-foo-foo, you're always a day away. Tomorrow, foo-foo-foo, I love ya, foo-foo-foo, you're always a day away.
Miss Hannigan, you know your souvenir pillow from Coney Island?
Yeah.
Molly just threw up on it.
Little girls, everywhere I turn, I can see them. Little girls, night and day I eat, sleep, and breathe them. Some women are dripping with diamonds, some women are dripping with pearls. Lucky me, look at what I'm dripping with. Little girls. Someday I'll step on their freckles. Some night I'll straighten their curls. Send the flood, send the flu, anything that you can do to little
Come on. Good afternoon, Miss Hannigan, is it?
Yes.
I'm Lieutenant Ward from the 17th Precinct. I found your runaway.
Oh, thank you, officer.
She was down by the river in one of them Hoovervilles with a bunch of bums.
They weren't bums.
Had a mangy mutt with her, but he got away.
Oh, poor pumpkin. Out in the freezing cold with just that thin sweater. Oh, I hope you didn't catch influenza. Thanks so much again, officer.
All in the line of duty. And you, don't ever let me hear that you run away from this nice lady again. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, officer. The next time you walk out that door, it'll be 1953. Well, are you glad to be back? Huh?
Yes, Miss Hannigan.
Liar. What's the one thing I always taught you? Never tell a lie.
Good afternoon, Miss Hannigan.
Yeah.
I'm Grace Farrell, private secretary to Oliver Warbucks.
The Oliver Warbucks. The millionaire.
Mr. Warbucks has decided to invite an orphan to spend the Christmas holidays at his home.
What sort of orphan did he have in mind?
Well, she should be friendly and intelligent.
Mississippi, capital M-I, double S-I, double S-I, double P-I, Mississippi.
And cheerful.
You shut up! And how old?
Age doesn't really matter, say 8 or 9, 10, 11? Yes, 11 would be perfect. And oh, I almost forgot. Mr. Warbucks prefers strawberry blonde children.
Strawberry blonde. 11? Sorry, we don't have any orphans like that here.
Well, what about this child right here?
Annie? You don't want her.
Annie, would you like to spend the next 2 weeks at Mr. Warbucks' house?
I would love to.
You can have any orphan here, but not Annie.
Perhaps I should call the Board of Orphans and...
If it's Annie you want, it's Annie you'll get.
It's Annie I want.
Oh boy.
If you'll get her coat, I'll take her along right now.
She don't have no coat.
Then we'll buy her one.
Oh boy.
Come along, Annie. Mr. Warbucks' limousine is right outside.
Oh boy, I can hardly believe it. She can hardly believe it.
Hey kids, I'm getting out for Christmas. All right, Tia. Bye.
Someday I'll land in the nut house with all the nuts and the squirrels. There I'll stay tucked away till the prohibition of little
Good afternoon, Miss Farrell.
Good afternoon, Drake. Everyone?
Good afternoon, miss.
Has Mr. Warbucks arrived yet?
No, miss, we're expecting him any minute.
Do you really live here? Or is this a train station?
We really live here. Now, would you all come here for a moment, please?
Quickly, everyone.
This is Annie. She'll be with us for Christmas. Annie, this is everyone.
Hi, everyone.
May I take your coat, miss?
Will I get it back?
Of course, dear. Here, help you. Now, what do you want to do first?
The floors. I'll scrub them first. Then I'll get to the
Annie,
windows.
you won't have to do any cleaning. You're our guest. And for the next 2 weeks, you're going to have a swell time. Now, Cecile will pick out all your clothes.
Green is her best color. Now blue, I think.
Your bath is drawn by Mrs. Green.
No, the bubbles, I think.
A net comes in to make your bed.
The silk. The satin sheets, I think. I think I'm gonna like it here.
When you wake, ring for Drake. Drake will bring your tray. When you're through, Mrs. Pugh comes to take it away. No need to pick up any toy.
My dear, no finger will you lift, my dear.
We have but one request. Please put us to the test.
I know I'm gonna like it here. Used to room in a tomb where I'd sit and freeze. Get me now, holy cow. Could someone pitch me, please? Ow!
She didn't mean it. We've never had a little girl.
I'm very glad to volunteer.
We hope you understand. Your wishes are granted. I know you're gonna like it here. Welcome.
Where is everybody? Hello, everybody.
Welcome home, Mr. Warbucks.
It's good to be home.
How was your flight from Chicago?
Not bad. Only took 11 hours. Grace,
Yes, sir?
messages.
President Roosevelt wants you to call him at the White House.
I'll get back to him tomorrow.
Mr. Warbucks,
All right. Good to see you all again.
Sir.
Drake, dismiss the staff.
Yes, sir.
And Grace, if you'll get your notebook. Who is that?
This is Annie, Mr. Warbucks. The orphan who will be with us for Christmas.
That's not a boy. Orphans are boys.
I'm sorry, sir. You just said orphan, so I chose a girl.
Well, I'll suppose she'll have to do. Annie, huh? Annie what?
Oh, I'm just Annie, Mr. Warbucks, sir. I haven't got any last name. I'm sorry I'm not a boy.
Not at all. I couldn't be happier. Grace, we'll start on the iron ore shipments from Toledo to... What are we supposed to do with this child?
It is her first night here, sir.
Well, I suppose we ought to do something special on your first night here, Annie. Would you like to go to the movies?
Gosh, Mr. Warbucks, I've never been to one.
Then you'll go to the Roxy, and then an ice cream soda at Rumpelmeyer's, and a handsome cab ride around Central Park.
Golly.
Grace, forget about the dictation for tonight. Instead, you take Annie to the movies.
Yes, sir?
Aw, gee.
Something the matter, Annie?
Well, it's just that I thought you were going to take me.
Oh, no. I'm afraid I'll be far too busy for tonight.
Aw, gee.
Now, Annie, I've just been away for 6 weeks. And when a man is running a multi-billion-dollar corporation...
Oh, sure. I know. That's okay, Mr. Warbucks.
Drake,
Yes, sir.
get our coats.
Oh, boy!
Grace, you'll come too, of course.
Which car will you be wanting, sir?
The Duesenberg. No, wait. This child has been cooped up in an orphanage for too long. We'll walk.
I'm sorry. Walk to the Roxy?
Why not? It's only 45 blocks.
Yes, sir. Annie, have any of your friends ever been to a movie?
Pepper says she has, but who believes her?
Ah, smell those bus fumes. There's no air like the air of New York. Come on, you slowpokes. We gotta get to the Roxy before the prices change. NYC, the shimmer of Times Square, the pulse, the beat, the drive. NYC, you might say that I'm square, but wow, I come alive.
The city's bright as a penny arcade. It blinks, it tilts, it rings.
To think that I've lived here all of my life and never seen these things.
NYC, the whole world keeps coming. By bus, by train, you can't explain their yearning for.
NYC just got here this morning. $3, 2 bags, 1 me. NYC, I give you fair warning. Up there in lights, I'll be.
Go ask the girls, kids and pumpkin hearts, the place they love the best. The California pays big for their art, their fan mail comes addressed to NYC. Tomorrow a penthouse, that's way up high.
Tonight, the why not?
say to some popcorn. I haven't had popcorn since. Give in, don't fight. Good girl, good night. Sleep tight and end. Why see?
Once again, we bring you the romance of Helen Trent, who sets out to prove that just because a woman is 35 or more, romance in life need not be over.
God, I hope not. Good afternoon, Miss Hannigan.
What's the matter? Warbucks fed up with Annie already?
On the contrary, Miss Hannigan, this has to be signed and delivered to the Board of Orphans no later than 10 o'clock tomorrow.
Why?
Because Mr. Warbucks is so taken with Annie that he wants to adopt her.
Annie! The daughter of a millionaire.
The daughter of a billionaire.
Would you excuse me for just one moment? Got any more? Wonderful news.
Merry Christmas, Miss Hannigan.
Oops. Pardon me, cutie. Hiya, sis. Long time no see.
Rooster, they finally let you out of prison. What were you in for this time?
Some old geezer said I swindled him out of $1,100.
Why'd you say that?
Because the rooster swindled him out of $1,100.
Sis, I'd like you to meet a friend of mine from
Jersey City.
Rooster, do me a favor. Get out of here.
So, who was the cutie I bumped into when I come in? Looked like she had a couple of dollars.
She works for Oliver Warbucks.
The Oliver Warbucks?
Annie, one of the orphans here, and adopted by him.
Crummy orphan.
Yeah, living in the lap of luxury while the two Hannigan kids ended up on the skids. It ain't fair how we scrounge for $3 or $4 while she gets Warbucks, the little brat.
It ain't fair, this here life is driving me nuts. While we get peanuts, she's living fat.
Maybe she holds the key, that little lady.
To getting more bucks.
Instead of less, maybe we fix the game with something shady.
Where does that put us?
Give you one guess.
Yes!
Easy street, easy street. Annie is the key. Essery, 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 yeah. Easy street, easy street.
Yes, Mr. President. No, I am not asking you, but I am telling you that you've got to do something. All right, we'll talk about it on Friday. Listen, Mr. President, why don't we bury the hatchet and you come here with Mrs. Roosevelt for supper, Christmas Eve? You will. Wonderful. All right, goodbye, Mr. President. Grace, find out what Democrats eat.
Yes, sir.
The package from Tiffany's.
Arrived this morning.
Fine. I'll give it to her and then tell her that I want to adopt her.
She's going to be the happiest little girl in the world.
Get her down here.
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Annie, can we have a man-to-man talk?
You're sending me back to the orphanage, right?
Of course not. Annie, I was born into a very poor family, and both of my parents died before I was 10. So I made a vow to myself that one day, one way or another, I would become rich, very rich.
That was a good idea.
But I've lately realized something. No matter how much money you've got, if you've got no one to share your life with, if you're all alone, well, you might as well be broke. I was in Tiffany's yesterday and I picked this up for you.
For me? Gee, thanks, Mr. Warbucks. Oh, gee.
It's a silver locket. I saw that old broken one you were wearing and I said to myself, I'm going to get that kid a new silver locket. We'll just take this old one
No!
off.
I don't want a new one.
Annie, what is it?
This locket. My mom and dad left it when they left me at the orphanage. And a note, too. They're coming back for me. I know I'm real lucky being here with you for Christmas and all, but the one thing I want in all the world is to find my mother and father. And to be like all the other kids, with folks of my own.
It'll be all right. I'll find them. I'll find your parents for you.
Annie, Mr. Warbucks will find your mother and father. If he has to put everyone in his organization on the job, if he has to pull every political string there is to pull.
Up to and including the White House. Annie, give me your locket.
But Mr.
I understand. But it could be our best clue. We'll have the FBI trace it and find out who bought it.
Okay. Then maybe they should have my note, too.
Just you wait, Annie. You could be meeting your father and mother within a couple of days.
Really?
Really.
Oh boy, I gotta go write a letter to the kids about this.
What a thing to occur, finding them, losing her. Oh, you won't be an orphan for long.
And pretty soon, everybody will know I'm looking for my folks, because we're gonna go on the radio and tell them. So make sure you listen, okay? So maybe now it's time, and maybe when I wake, they'll be there calling me baby, get your baby.
Thank you, Annie, and welcome to America's favorite radio program, the Occident Hour of Smiles, starring your old softy, Bert Healy. And welcome, Oliver Warbucks. It's nice of you to drop by.
Good evening, Bert Healy. It's nice to be here.
Oliver Warbucks, I understand you have something to tell the folks at home about your little Annie here.
Yes, Bert Healy. I am now conducting a coast-to-coast nationwide search for Annie's parents. Furthermore, I would like to state that I am offering a certified check for $50,000 to any persons who can prove that they are Annie's parents.
Wow. So, Annie's parents, if you are listening in, write to Oliver Warbucks, care of this station. Thank you, Oliver Warbucks.
Thanks, Bert Healy.
Well, I see by the old clock on the wall that another of our Thursday night get-togethers has gone by faster than you could say Occident. Yes, this is your old softy, Mrs. Healy's boy, Bert, saying, until next week, same time, same station, good night.
Annie on the radio, coast to coast, she's famous.
Wish I was on the radio.
Me too.
Who wants to be in a dumb old radio?
We do. So for all of the Smiles of family, this is Bert Healy saying, hey, Hoverman, hey, Dapper Dan, you both got your style, but what you're never fully dressed without a smile. Your clothes may be bow formally, they stand out of mine, but what you're never fully dressed without a smile. That is what never brings on Main Street or Savile Row. It's what you have from ear to ear, and not from head to toe. That matters. So tender, so long for a while. Remember, you're never fully dressed. Though you may wear your best, you're never fully dressed without a smile. Smile, 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 darn you, smile.
What are you doing up?
Annie was on the radio.
Yeah, I heard. Next thing she'll be in the movies. Get to bed. A $50,000 reward. 50,000. What I couldn't do with $50,000.
Excuse us, ma'am. Are you the lady that runs this here orphanage?
Yeah.
Ma'am, was you working here 11 years ago?
Yeah, what do you want?
Well, we had terrible troubles back then. We'd leave baby here on front stoop.
Our little girl, our Annie.
You're Annie's parents. I can't believe it. Where'd you say you come from again?
A little farm up in Canada where they got lots of chickens and ducks and geese and roosters. Gotcha, sis.
Rooster. I never would have known it was you in 100 years.
Fooled you, Aggie, and we're gonna fool Warbucks too.
Get ourselves 50,000 big ones.
We need your help, sis, for the details about Annie that can help us pull this thing off.
What's in it for me?
Three-way split.
Half.
Half. Okay, 25 grand each, but we gotta do it fast. Get the money, get the kid, and get out of town.
The kid's the problem. What are we going to do with her afterwards?
No problem. When I want something to disappear, it disappears. For good. We get the 50 grand, we blow this crummy town, then Lil and me'll meet ya.
Where? Oh, yeah.
Easy Street. Easy Street. Annie is the key. Yes-sirree, yes-sirree, yes-sirree. Yeah! Easy Street. Easy Street. That's where we're gonna be.
Well, Miss Farrell,
I'm sorry, Annie. I've spoken to more than 1,000 people claiming to be your parents, but they were all liars and fakes.
aw, gee.
Are you certain?
Yes, sir. None of them knew about the locket. I'm so sorry.
I was sure somebody was going to be my mother and father.
Mr. Warbucks, this has just come from the FBI.
Agent Gunderson located the manufacturer of the locket in Utica, New York.
Oh, boy.
Over 90,000 were made and sold.
Aw, gee.
Annie, I'm afraid the FBI doesn't think there's a chance in a million of tracing your parents through the locket. I'm sorry.
It's all right. You did your best. Anyway, I guess a kid can get along without folks. You didn't turn out so bad.
Grace,
Yes, sir?
do you still have those legal papers I gave you the other day?
Right here, sir.
Annie? Annie, I want to adopt you.
Adopt me?
Yes or no?
If I can't have my real mother and father, there's no one in the world I'd rather have for a father than you, Mr. Warbucks.
And Annie, this won't just be an adoption. It'll be a celebration. And you can invite anybody you would like. Who would you like to have?
Well, I guess I'd like Miss Farrell here, and Mr. Drake, and Mrs. Pugh, and, well, everybody here.
Drake,
Yes, sir?
tell the staff to get spiffed up. They're going to be the guests at Annie's adoption party.
Yes, sir.
Oh, and the kids.
It'll be way past their bedtime by now. But I'll tell you what, we'll have everybody here tomorrow for a big Christmas party.
Miss Hannigan, too?
Why not? Annie, I'm the luckiest man in the world.
And I'm the luckiest kid.
Together at last, together forever. We're tying a knot they never can sever. I don't need sunshine now to turn my skies to blue. I don't need anything but you.
Yesterday was plain awful.
You can say that again.
Yesterday was plain awful.
But that's
Not now.
that's than Midas, but nothing on earth could ever divide us. And if tomorrow I'm an apple seller too, I don't need anything, anything, anything. I don't need anything but you.
Excuse us, folks. Shirley, look, there's our Annie.
Who are you?
Honey, where are your mom and dad?
Mudge's the name. Ralph Mudge, and this here's my wife, Shirley.
And you're Annie Mudge.
Annie Mudge.
We loved you, Annie, but we had to leave you behind.
We've seen a great number of people who...
I expect you want proof of who we are. Here's our driver's license and Annie's birth certificate.
Baby girl, name Anne Elizabeth Mudge, born to Ralph and Shirley Mudge, New York, New York, October 28th, 1922.
October 28th. That is my birthday.
Ralph, look, Annie's wearing the locket.
When we left Annie at the orphanage, we left half a silver locket and kept the other half. Yes, it fits perfectly.
Thank God, Ralph. She's our Annie.
Mr. Mudge, what about the money?
Well, we ain't got much, but we'd be glad to give you whatever.
You heard that I've offered a certified check for $50,000 to any persons who can prove that they are Annie's parents?
No, sir, anyway, we don't want no money.
On the other hand, Ralph, remember that little pig farm out in New Jersey? With $50,000, we could afford to bring Annie up right in the country.
Mr. Mudge, would it be all right if Annie stayed here until tomorrow morning, Christmas? Then you could come to pick her and the check up.
Whatever you prefer, sir.
Bye, Annie, love.
Until tomorrow morning, honey. Then you'll spend the rest of your life with us. Thanks. Pardon me, cutie. Merry Christmas.
Well, this is...
Wonderful news.
Drake? Champagne. We must celebrate, because we've just had the most wonderful news in all of the world. Annie has found her mother and father. I propose a toast to Annie Mudge.
To Annie Mudge. Annie! I'm sorry.
I've lost her. I've lost Annie.
Sir, I have the strangest feeling I've seen that Mr. Mudge before, that he's not who he says he is.
Then we won't give her up until we're certain.
But how?
I'll find a way. I'll go straight to the top, to the President of the United States, even if he is a Democrat.
Silly to cry, nothing to fear. Betcha where they live is nice as right here. Betcha my life is gonna be swell. Looking at them, it's easy to tell. And maybe I'll forget how nice he was to me, and how I was almost his baby. Maybe
Christmas, Mr. Warbucks. Miss Farrell.
You're up early.
You're up early too.
We've been up all night, dear. FBI men coming and going. And did you know that President Roosevelt's here?
Really?
Mr. President?
Merry Christmas, President Roosevelt.
Merry Christmas, Annie. Annie, Director Hoover telephoned me with some very sad news. He succeeded in tracing the identity of your parents.
Yes, Mr. and Mrs. Mudge.
No, dear. David and Margaret Bennett.
But
Annie.
Annie, your mother and father passed away a long time ago.
so you mean I'm an orphan after all?
Are you all right?
Yes, because I know they loved me. And they would have come for me if they weren't.
I love you, Annie Bennett.
And I love you too. Now, who the heck are Ralph and Shirley Mudge?
Well, the birth certificate could easily have been forged, but nobody knew about the locket except us.
And the FBI, of course.
And Miss Hannigan.
And Miss Hannigan.
Hannigan.
Miss Hannigan, sir. And the children from the orphanage.
Hi, kids!
Ah, Miss Hannigan, I'm delighted to meet you.
Same here. I know you anywheres.
Allow me to introduce you to all of my staff. You know my secretary, Miss Farrell. And this is the President of the United States. And that's my butler, Drake.
Look, kids, there's presents here for all of us.
Mr. Warbucks, this has just come from the FBI.
Now it all fits together.
Sir, Mr. and Mrs. Mudge. Good morning.
Merry Christmas, one and y'all.
Merry Christmas.
Well, we don't want to bother you on Christmas and all. We just come to pick up Annie. And the check.
Yes, of course, the check, Mr. Mudge. Here it is, Mr. Mudge. $50,000 certified.
Certified. Paid to the order of the jig is up.
Yes, the jig is up. Daniel Francis Hannigan.
Also known as Brewster Hannigan. Also known as Ralph Mudge. Also known as Danny the Dip.
Lewis, turn them over.
Yes, sir.
And I think you'll find that this woman is their accomplice.
I haven't seen these people till yesterday.
Aw, come off it, Aggie.
Annie! Oh, Annie, tell them how good and nice I always was to you.
Gee, I'm really sorry, Miss Hannigan. But remember, the one thing you always taught me, never tell a lie.
Rat! Oh, let go of me! Let go! Brewster, this is all your fault! I can't believe you talked me into this!
It's not my fault you agreed to it.
Miss Hannigan's gone for good.
And you children won't have to work anymore.
Yes, kids, for you and perhaps for all of us, this Christmas is going to be the beginning of a wonderful new life. A new deal. Hey, I rather like the sound of that. A new deal.